Union Cabinet approves stimulus package of 6,28,000 crore rupees announced by Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman as part of Atmanirbhar Bharat package. Sotia MLA Padma Hazarika conferred cabinet rank over his initiative to utilize 77,000 bigha of land in Sipajhar for agriculture production. United Democratic Party and Meghalaya Minister Alexander Lalohek agreed to work for resolution of Assam-Meghalaya boundary tangle. Mizoram Accord, one of the most successful peace accords ever signed by Santa, says Chief Minister Zoramthanga. And in Eurocup, battle lines drawn for quarter-final matches. A three-time European champion Spain face Switzerland while Belgium take on Italy on Friday night. Very good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. This is Hansraj, and now the stories in detail. The Union Cabinet gave proposed approval to the stimulus package of 6,28,000 crore rupees announced by the Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman as part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat package on Monday. Addressing media after the cabinet meeting, Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said a loan guarantee scheme of 2,60,000 crore rupees was also approved. This include 1,01,000 crore rupees loan guarantee scheme for COVID-hit sectors and 1,05,000 crore rupees for emergency credit line guarantee scheme. The Union Cabinet has also okayed additional 19,041 crore rupees for BharatNet for broadband facility to each village through BharatNet PPP model. Union Minister for Communications Ravi Shankar Prasad said the cabinet approved the revised implementation strategy of BharatNet through public-private partnership mode in 16 states with optical fiber connectivity to all inhabited villages.
दिक्कतों का सामना करना पड़ रहा है ऐसे सभी क्षेत्रों को 6,28,000 करोड़ का मदद का एक पूरा खाका उन्होंने बताया था। आज मुझे खुशी है कि 2 दिन हुए और कैबिनेट ने आज उसको अप्रूवल भी दिया।
That was a public declaration on the last Independence Day from the ramparts of Red Fort. आज उसी की दिशा में एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण निर्णय हुआ है जो मैं आपको बताने जा रहा हूं। अभी प्रकाश जी पूर्व सरकार के काम करने के तरीके के बारे में बता रहे थे। ये जो भारतनेट है ये नोफन के रूप में 2011 में शुरू हुआ था, नेशनल ऑप्टिकल फाइबर नेटवर्क प्रोग्राम। और 14 में जब हम लोग की सरकार आई तो मुझे इस विभाग को देखने का प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अवसर दिया था। उस समय तक कोई काम नहीं हुआ था, कोई काम।
In a key decision taken by the Assam Cabinet, Sotia MLA Padma Hazarika has been conferred cabinet rank in view of his initiative to utilize 77,000 bigha of land in Sipajhar for agriculture production. Other decisions include 1 month's leave to Assam Police Battalion personnel from constable to sub-inspector rank. Commission for fair price shop owners and cooperative societies has also been hiked to 42 rupees 90 paisa per quintal of rice. Presided over by Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, police personnel residing with families on battalion premises have been granted 10 days leave by the cabinet. Interacting with media persons, Health Minister Kekop Mohanto said an economic package of 5 lakh rupees each for boosting cooperative societies' infrastructure has also been approved.
এমাহৰ বাবে ঘৰলৈ যাবলৈ বাধ্যতামূলক ছুটি দিয়া হ'ব যাতে তেখেতসকল পৰিয়ালৰ লগত থাকিব পাৰে। কিন্তু যিসকল বেটেলিয়নৰ চাকৰি কৰি থকা ব্যক্তি পৰিয়ালৰ লগত কৰ্মস্থলীতে আছে, পৰিয়াল লগত লৈ তেখেতসকলক কোৱাৰ্টাৰত আছে, তেখেতসকলক 10 দিনৰ বাবে তেখেতসকলৰ বাবে তেওঁলোকে নিজৰ ঘৰলৈ যাবলৈ ছুটিৰ ব্যৱস্থা হ'ব আৰু বাকি যিসকল পৰিয়াল।
The Supreme Court today directed the National Disaster Management Authority (NDMA) to frame guidelines for payment of ex gratia compensation to family members of persons who succumbed to COVID-19. A 3-day judge bench headed by Justice Ashok Bhushan in its judgment also directed the NDMA to ascertain within 6 weeks ex gratia amount that can be paid to the family members of those who died due to the infection. The court's order came in response to a plea seeking ex gratia of 4 lakh rupees each to the families of all those who succumbed to the virus. The centre had submitted by affidavit that state governments cannot afford to pay this and had argued in favour of a broader approach including health interventions. Signed on June 30th, 1986, the Mizoram Accord is one of the most successful peace accords ever signed by the Government of India, said Mizoram Chief Minister Zoramthanga. In a speech to mark the 35th anniversary of the Mizoram Peace Accord, Zoramthanga said that not a single person has ever ventured out again for underground activities. Ahead of signing the Peace Accord, the people, the search, NGOs and student bodies were invited to contribute their part, he added. Ever since, Mizoram has come a long way from the days of Laldenga, who led the underground government, Zoramthanga said. Zoramthanga also said neighbouring states and nations acknowledged the Mizo Accord as a model of peace.
People of Mizoram, and on the occasion of the 35th anniversary of the Mizoram Peace Accord, I welcome each and everybody. Now, the Mizoram Accord, which is the most successful peace accord ever signed by the Government of India, now which was signed in 1986, the 30th of June. Now it has become 35th anniversary, 35 years.
Banking on a glimmer of hope that the Assam-Meghalaya boundary tangle would be resolved ahead of the 75th anniversary of independence, a team of United Democratic Party (UDP) called on BJP legislator and Cabinet Minister Alexander Lalu Hek. The UDP working president Bindo M. Lanong and its leader Jemiko Mautho and BJP leader Hek have decided to work together towards a resolution of the boundary dispute. Appreciating Chief Minister Conrad Sangma for keeping the ball moving, UDP leader Jemino Mautho said it's important to keep the dialogue going. The goods and service tax system is set to complete 4 years tomorrow. During this time, several key policy initiatives have been initiated by the centre to make the GST system and compliance mechanism simple, transparent and technology-driven. A remarkable example of cooperative federalism, the GST system replaced the multi-layer complex indirect tax structure. The system subsumed more than a score of taxes and paved the way for making India an economic union. Several medical gear and medicines have been exempted from GST to provide relief during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Union government has now extended the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana for 5 months, that is July to November this year. Further allocation of 198.78 lakh metric ton food grains has been made under PMGKY4 for July to November. Lifting of food grains has been started by 8 states, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Kerala, Odisha, Telangana and Tripura. Over 1.06 LMT food grains have been lifted till yesterday. Under PMGKY3, Food Corporation of India has supplied 77.42 lakh metric ton free food grains to all 36 states and union territories so far. 23 states and union territories have lifted full allocation for May to June 2021. Union Home Ministry has asked all states and union territories to ensure implementation of targeted and prompt actions for COVID-19 management. In a letter to secretaries of states and administration of union territories, Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla urged the states to issue directions to district and all other authorities to take necessary measures as advised by Health Ministry in their letter yesterday for management of COVID-19. The Home Secretary said many states and union territories have started relaxing restrictions with the decline in the number of active cases. He said the process of relaxing restrictions must be carefully calibrated. Home Ministry has asked states and union territories to closely monitor case positivity and bed occupancy on a regular basis. It has asked them to regularly monitor districts with higher number of active cases per million population. In the Euro Cup football, battle lines have been drawn for the quarter-final matches. The three-time European champion Spain will now face Switzerland on Friday night in the first encounter, while Belgium will take on Italy in the second match later. Czech Republic will lock horns with Denmark in the third quarter-final, and England will take on Ukraine in the fourth quarter-final on Saturday night in Rome. Earlier, Switzerland stunned world champions France 5-4 on penalties last night to enter quarterfinals. England stormed into quarterfinals after beating Germany 2-0 at Wembley, London. Raheem Sterling scored the first goal in the 75th minute, while Harry Kane doubled the lead in the 85th minute. In another encounter, Ukraine beat Sweden 2-1 after extra time at Glasgow to set up a quarterfinal clash with England. In another match, Spain claimed a remarkable 5-3 victory over Croatia after extra time and made it to the quarterfinals. A day after the BCCI said that it will not be able to host the T20 World Cup, the International Cricket Council issued a statement confirming that the multi-nation tournament will be held in the United Arab Emirates and Oman from October 17 to November 14. However, BCCI retains the hosting rights of the 16-team event. With over 32 crore 90 lakh vaccine doses administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive, the Union Health Ministry said recovery rate in the country has risen to 96.87%, while total recoveries across the country so far is over 2 crore 93 lakh, and nearly 57,000 patients recovered during the last 24 hours. Daily recoveries continue to outnumber the daily new cases for the 47th consecutive day. While 907 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours, the death toll in the country has topped 3,97,000. Recording 2,687 active cases, frontline Arunachal Pradesh has topped 32,716 cured cases, even as the death numbered 168. In Assam, active cases clocked 25,692 active cases, even as discharged cases numbered 4,74,457. The tally for the dead is 4,509. Manipur has 5,923 active cases, followed by 62,134 cured cases, even as the dead accounted for 1,141. Saddled with 4,263 active cases, Meghalaya has registered 44,067 discharged cases. The tally for the dead is 831. Reporting 4,471 active cases, Mizoram has a caseload of 15,512 released cases, even as the dead accounted for 92. Nagaland has logged 1,381 active cases, followed by 23,237 discharged cases. The dead numbered 493. Sikkim has recorded 2,065 active cases, even as the released cases topped 17,954. The tally for the dead is 305, and Tripura has 3,580 active cases, 61,513 cured cases, even as the dead accounted for 677. The Chief Executive Member, CM Tito Stauvel-Chine of Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council, KHADC, along with Balajit Kopar Sinrem MLA Shella, called upon the Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma yesterday to demand to upgrade Sohra Civil Subdivision to a new district. Talking to newsmen, the CM of KHADC, Tito Stauvel-Chine, said that the demand to make Sohra Civil Subdivision to a new district has been a long-standing one and continues till date. Chine said that he had an informal discussion today with the Chief Minister to express their demand, and he said that they have left it to the wisdom of the government. He also said that the people are questioning them as leaders, but the onus is on the government to provide a solution. And to end the news, the main points once again. Union Cabinet approved stimulus package of 6,28,000 crore rupees announced by Union's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman as part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat package. Sotia MLA Padma Hazarika conferred cabinet rank over his initiative to utilize 77,000 bigha of land in Sipajar for agriculture production. United Democratic Party and Meghalaya Minister Alexander Lalohek agreed to work for resolution of Assam-Meghalaya boundary tangle. Mizoram Accord, one of the most successful peace accords ever signed by Centre, says Chief Minister Zoramthanga. And in Eurocup, battle lines drawn for quarter-final matches. Three-time European champion Spain face Switzerland, while Belgium take on Italy on Friday night. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.